What the duck is up, everybody? The name's ValentiNyx, but you can call me Nyx for short. Project Sekai. Some people love it, some people love to hate it, but its success is pretty undeniable. I've been playing the game on and off since the 4th event on the Ian server, and I'd say it's probably my favorite rhythm game. People like to say the game practically divided the Vocaloid fandom and even killed Project Diva, which, by the way, is another one of my favorite rhythm games, and yeah, a gacha game is obviously gonna make Sega more money than probably something like Project Diva, unfortunately. Like, that's just the unfortunate reality. But you can't deny, Project Sekai is still super fun. If you saw my last video, you might have already seen me humbly flexing my Project Sekai skills. But I do have a minor confession. I have not touched the game in, let's just say a while. I kinda have phases with the game where I get completely obsessed, followed by a cooldown where I completely forget about its existence. Like, there is no in-between for me. I did revisit the game when the movie came out because I was super excited for that, and I watched that in theater, so that was pretty cool. However, the theater I watched it at didn't give me a code for the 4-star that you get for watching the movie. That sucked. Like, I was pretty sad about that. I tried asking the employees, I'm like, excuse me, is there like a code I'm supposed to be getting with this? And they're like, just ask the manager. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, excuse me, manager-san, is there some sort of code? And he's like, I have no clue what you're talking about, bro. And I'm like, oh, okay, then I guess I'll just be sad then. But yeah, so I did not get a code. I was so sad about that. But playing the game again, I did notice all the changes from the JP server finally hit the Ian server. Or they might have hit before too, but that's just when I noticed. But the most important thing I noticed was how much worse I got at the game. Yeah, so you can see these are my total stats, and I was pretty cracked. Like, I'm not a pro or anything, but you gotta admit, I'm not too shabby either. Yeah, so this is my profile in case you're curious. I was super proud of it. I worked so hard on this profile, but yeah, this was being my prime. I also had that completionist bugging me for a bit, where I was like, I have to get all perfects for every song on easy, normal, hard, and even expert. I mean, most songs on expert, you can actually pretty reasonably all perfect them. There's only a few, you know, the usual suspects of songs that you're not going to be able to all perfect on expert. But yeah, and I would try to get as many on master as I could, but I think actually that is probably what burnt me out on the game, not gonna lie. But I digress. I think you can also probably guess who my favorite characters are. I don't think I try to hide that. I think it's pretty obvious. My favorite characters are I am a star and before we start though,
let's go gambling!
Because it just isn't a Project Sekai video without some genuinely ass gacha luck. But yeah, there are some free Black Friday pulls, which is pretty generous of them. Like, I'm going to take advantage of that. I am not gonna just be like, oh, free pulls, no, like, obviously. And it's 50 pulls too, right? Like, that's pretty awesome. I think last time they only had like 10. Speaking of bad luck, I do have a story I want to share later in this video, but yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Again, this voiceover is recorded after I got the game footage because I simply cannot talk and rhythm game at the same time. Like, it's just not possible for me. But yeah, so we'll see where my current skills are at. I already know where my skills are at, but you guys don't know where my skills are at. I'm not too bad though. Yeah, but going into this, I wasn't expecting any all perfects. Like, I was not that overconfident, but I was sure I could get like full combos. Like, that's not too hard. But yeah, Project Sekai is still probably my favorite rhythm game though. Project Diva is definitely up there, but what I like about Project Sekai is like how easy to get into it is. Like, it's definitely like the easy to learn but hard to master, because Project Diva still has like an entry level barrier. Like, you still need to get used to pushing all those buttons. You need to get used to using both your hands at the same time for that, and also specifically reading the like 2 notes at once or the 3 notes at once, right? Like, once you get into it, it's really satisfying, right? Like, and then most of the time you're gonna be playing on expert or extreme or whatever it's called, but it does certainly take some time to get to that level. Like, it took me, I think, like a few solid days before I confidently was able to actually play songs above hard level. So yeah, there is that. But what I like about Project Sekai is just mindless tapping. I guess not mindless, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's more like a reaction based. You just read it and try to do your best. There is some things you need to develop. Like, definitely, if you don't play after a long time, your stamina for especially long songs is going to deplete. But again, at the same time, it's just more, I guess, chill. Like, I like to kind of just zone out while I'm playing, and that's easier for me to do with Project Sekai. But you know, actually, my gacha luck here wasn't that bad. I did manage to snag a few 4 stars, which usually does not happen, by the way. So you know what? I'll take it. They weren't my favorite characters, but I will take it. I'm not complaining. Usually that does not happen. I don't know if you caught it, but I did do like a mini gacha ritual there, where I was like messing with the menus, kind of. I don't know if you saw it, but I swear that helps. At least for me, it's kind of works sometimes. I feel like that makes me more luckier. I mean, I've done some like crazy gacha ritual stuff. Like I've done freaking push-ups thinking it'll help. So really, you know what? Messing with the menus, if I feel like it works, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, not too bad here, I'd say, for the luck. But again, not particularly my favorite characters for the 4 stars. But a 4-star is a 4-star. But yeah. Anyway, so for the first song, I did want to try an append chart. I think I have played them before. I know I have on the JP server at the very least, but I just kind of wanted to try it again. I love the idea of, you know, having more than 2 notes like on screen at once. I mean, wasn't the game initially marketed as you can always just play it with 2 fingers? So it's kind of funny that they did add this game mode eventually, but I still think it's really cool. I mean, I'm sure there's still thumb players out there fully committed to playing this game mode with just their thumbs, and kudos to them, but I don't know. I like how it just kind of makes you play very differently. So these charts are pretty cool, and King is one of my favorite songs. So I was pretty excited to play that too. I think I also have the Tsukasa cover, yeah, so that's what's playing right now, because Tsukasa is my favorite character, so of course I bought his cover for this song, but yeah. Overall, I think this was a pretty fun chart. It's definitely on the easier for append, it's on the easier side for append charts, definitely, but to be fair, like, I came back to this game after a long time. I wasn't trying to sweat, at least just yet. I was just trying to have some fun, and I thought I'd start with an append. I also like, did you see that it said K? I know later they also use the kanji for King in the chart, which I think is super cool. So overall, I just love this chart, and it's super fun to actually play too. I also think it's just a very fun chart to watch, like visually too, because of like those little things. I don't know. And this is probably, I mean, I haven't played too many append charts, but maybe I actually have a bias for this one because I also just love the song, definitely. I guarantee higher level players probably prefer even harder charts, but you know, this is a pretty good, like I'd say, intro level append chart. The patterns are pretty simple to read, even if they use like more than 2 fingers, but yeah, it's pretty fun, pretty good. I like it. Oh, I also forgot I had a gimmick. I just saw like the stoppy thing. I don't know the proper terminology. Sorry, guys. I'm not a pro. I don't know what the proper like terms are. I think gimmick is allowed. I can call that a gimmick because it is. But yeah, the ending is pretty cool too. Again, I like how it's kind of making you think about 2 things at once. You're like, oh, I'm focused on the hold notes, but I'm also tappy tap, tappy tap. Also, what the hell is Kaido wearing here? Why do I have like a freaking pirate costume on him there? I don't even know. Like the hat, what is going on there? Oh yeah, I also have a story about the survey team song, or like the song that's playing right now. Basically, since I am a complete weeb, in case it somehow wasn't already obvious to you, yes, nice to meet you, I'm a weeb. Or should I say, hajimemashite. Oh, the cringe, why did I do that? But, yeah. So I took a few Japanese classes, as any true weeb does. I'm still planning to take more, but yeah. So my Japanese prof would give us a break in between the class, like halfway through. She would just let us play any song we wanted. I mean, it had to be a Japanese song, obviously, but it could be any, like a weeb song if we wanted. And she actually preferred that we pick those kinds of songs because, like, she thought it was hilarious. She would listen to the song, laugh, and then call us otakus. Like, she thought it was amazing, okay? So, you know. So when it was my turn to play one time, like, pick the song, I was like, I'm gonna play this song, yo. It's like a banger, and she's gonna love it. And she did. She loved it. She's like, oh my god, it's so cute. Like, they're talking about smiles, but also, why are they talking so fast? And she was laughing, and I'm like, I can't tell you why. It's just how it is. And then I was like, if you think that's fast, you know what I gotta play next. So then the next song, out of obligation, I played The Disappearance of Hatsunemiku, and she lost it. She's like, I can't, why is she talking so fast? She's like, I'm not even sure she's speaking Japanese anymore. She's like, she's going too fast. It's hilarious. No, but for real, Japanese class was peak, dude. Like, I have so many good stories. Another good funny story was one time we were doing an exercise, and she put pictures of 4 characters. Or she just put 4 pictures on the board, right? We had to describe them using adjectives, but the funny thing was who she chose to put the pictures of. So first she had Luffy from One Piece, standard. She had Pikachu from Pokemon, standard. Then the 3rd picture was Kiryu Kazuma from Yakuza. Not necessarily standard, but you know what? I'll take it. Still a fictional character. The 4th picture, I don't think anyone could in a million years guess what the 4th picture was. It was freaking Bill Gates. I don't even know why. But yeah, so and the funniest part of this was it wasn't even Bill Gates, right? The funniest part was we're all dying of laughter because of the selections, and she's like, "Do you guys know who this is?" And she's pointing at Kiryu. And I'm like, do you not know who that is? Why do you have a picture of him up there? But yeah, 10 out of 10. Would Nihongo again. Also, thank you guys so freaking much for the 200 subs. I like genuinely, I really appreciate each and every single one of you who subscribed. And I just want to thank you guys from like the bottom of my heart. It really means so much to me. But yeah, my next goal currently, because yes, I do have another goal, is 1,000 subscribers. Because we reached the other one way too fast, like in one video. That's kind of crazy. So hopefully we can reach 1,000 subscribers just as quickly. That'd be pretty awesome. Just a reminder, I am also going to start streaming on Twitch soon. So if you're interested, you can find a link to my Twitch channel in the description below. Yeah, I know I've been saying I'm gonna start soon, but genuinely, I am starting soon. I'm gonna try to get one more video out before I do my first stream on Twitch, so you guys can look forward to that if you're interested, but yeah. Also, this song, Fuel, I have never heard it before, surprisingly. I guess it just never got recommended to me on YouTube. That's kind of weird. I am subscribed to Utsupi, so I'm not actually sure why I have not heard this song, but it was a pretty good song, so this is my first time listening to it. And first time playing this chart, and I loved it. It's a banger, you know. It's already in my playlist, actually. So there you go. It's definitely a new song, I think, because I don't think I've heard it before. I'm not always up to date with all the song releases, but yeah, this one's pretty good. I liked it a lot, and the chart again is also fun. I feel like a lot of the charts in this game are pretty fun. I feel like some of the early ones can get kind of like repetitive or stale because it within like the minute and a half or however long the chart is, it like repeats patterns like a whole lot without much variation, and a lot of the patterns were similar. But I don't think we have an issue with that anymore. Also, there's like so many songs, so there's also lots of unique rhythms. I also like that about this song. It had a very unique like rhythm too. It wasn't very standard. I mean, it's pretty simple too, but it did have a more unique rhythm to it. So that also made it more fun to play, definitely. But yeah, I'm surprised I hadn't heard this song before. I mean, again, it's Utsupi, so of course it was just gonna be a banger. I already knew that going into it. I saw the producer name, I'm like, I already know it's gonna be great, but at the same time, like, I just had not heard it before. Oh yeah, my bad luck story. I almost completely forgot to mention that, but basically, the worst luck I've had in this game, actually, I have like terrible luck in general. Like, my luck in this game has pretty much been awful, like, consistently. But if I had to say, like, what felt the worst was definitely when I was saving up for probably half a year, I want to say, for this specific New Year's event, Tsukasa limited card, right? Like, I saw it a few months in advance, and I was like, wait, this is gorgeous. Like, this is still my favorite card in the game, and it has his best hairstyle too, so I was like, I need that card, right? So I started saving up for it like immediately as soon as I found out about it. But because I'm also a chronic gacha gambler, there was a rerun of another limited Tsukasa card, and I could not help myself. I just had to roll for it. And my pulls didn't go that well, okay? I'll just say that. I did 200 pulls. Basically, I sparked, okay? I did 200 pulls and I had 10 gacha vouchers. And you wanna know what I got in those 200 pulls? 1 permanent Saki 4-star. That is all I got from 200 pulls. That was, man, like that post gacha clarity was kicking in. I was like, holy crap, my savings, I just spent them all. Yeah, and I only had like 50 pulls, I think, left for the New Year's event, but luckily, this was the nicest the game's ever been to me. I got like the Tsukasa card in like, I think it was 20 pulls. It wasn't my first 10 pull, but I'm pretty sure it was my second 10 pull. So I was pretty stoked about that. Like, I was like, wow, the game actually loves me for once. Not only did it give me one of the featured cards, it actually gave me the one I wanted. I couldn't believe my luck. Okay, that's where I peaked. Because after that, that's kind of when I stopped playing. You know why? Because it felt like what I worked so hard for, like, over the past few months, it somehow paid off, even though, I mean, statistically, it probably shouldn't have, but it did. And I felt like now there's nothing I'm looking forward to as much. So then it's kind of like, well, I'm not too concerned about the dailies. Like, obviously I still want free pulls, or it's not free if I'm working for them, but I still want more pulls. But at the same time, there wasn't anything specific I was looking forward to. I mean, yes, I knew there were going to be more Tsukasa cards and Emu cards in general, but at the same time, I was like, I just got my favorite card in the whole game. Like, it's okay, I'm done. And then I was done, like, oh my god. And then I wanted to play Shadow because I really like this song. I've heard the original like once, but I usually listen to the Will Stetson cover. I don't know if anyone has heard that, but I usually listen to that, so it was kind of jarring to actually hear the lyrics in Japanese here for the first time. But I mean, obviously the song is Japanese, I know that, I've heard it, but I don't often listen to it this way, so yeah. Again, I love this song. This chart was pretty simple because I was playing on Expert Extreme. I keep mixing the names up and I don't remember which one it is for which game, but yeah. Again, this chart's pretty easy. I didn't lose too much skill. I thought I would actually be playing way worse than I am because I just have not played the game in a while. Sometimes I'll boot it up, you know, just play a few games and all that. But right now, I've just been focused on other games and just have not had enough time to really commit to the game. Because when I get sucked in, then I start tiering for events I don't even care for. Not like hardcore tiering. Where I'm trying to be like top, I don't know, 80, like that's ridiculous, right? But I do reach like, I think top 5,000 I have reached even when I didn't even particularly care about the event. Yeah, I get like sucked into it. And I have tons of energy cans too, so I just start spending them. Maybe I should save up for a specific event, actually. I don't know, would you guys be interested in seeing that? I kind of did want to do that, but then I was like, I would probably spend real money. And I'm like, if I'm gonna spend real money, I would like probably live stream it or something, right? Like, I'm not just gonna spend money and then have like no one to share my accomplishments with. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But I don't know about tiering events yet. And I'm not a bad player. Oh wait, that was master? I thought that was extreme. What? It was just an easy chart? No, I unlocked master. I was like, what? I mean, even master, it's just like a 27. Did I catch that right? Yeah, it's again not gonna be too hard, but still a cool chart, cool song nonetheless. I guess I didn't really challenge myself too much. I should probably play harder charts next time just to, you know, show you. But again, like any rhythm game, sometimes a chart will be like, oh, it's actually like a level 28, and then you play it and you're like, are you sure this feels like a level 30? But I think actually it might be because of the patterns. Maybe they decide the level of the song based on the pattern, and they actually forget that the BPM also affects the difficulty of the song, because sometimes you can read a pattern, but it's like you can't tap it that fast because you're just not fast enough. Am I a boomer? No, but I swear BPM, if something is too fast, that is again a skill you need to develop the same way like endurance is for rhythm games. That is something you have to build up. So I'd say like speed is the same thing, right? Even I would say reading patterns in this game is easier. Okay, it's easier until it starts like coming down on you when it's going too fast. But again, actually no, if they wanted to, they can make some really nasty patterns that they have. But I feel like my issue often like can be like currently my bottleneck in this game is I can't tap as fast as I can read sometimes. So again, that's something I need to practice, and taking a long break from the game does not help with that. But I have that bad attention span. again, I am a decent player. I feel like not everyone can like do certain like play certain difficulties. I feel like I'd say I'm maybe above average. Am I pushing my luck? Am I just being a bit too narcissistic here? I want to say I'm above average, or at the very least average. I know for a fact I'm not below, right? So and I think this is this the last song or is it the second last song? Yeah, but so far I'm actually doing pretty well on this song. Again, I really like this song and this chart. I feel like you guys can kind of tell what kinds of songs I like based on what I pick. I mean, I do like a wide variety of songs. I don't like to stick to just one genre. But I feel like the types of songs I like are kind of like the ones I'm picking are definitely kind of similar in style. I feel like that you can see. But again, I'm doing pretty well on this chart. I guess I didn't lose as much of skill as I thought. Damn. The patterns don't feel too bad. I'm looking at them like, there are parts I definitely should not have messed up on. The trace notes are pretty cool. I did not understand what the point of them was, because I'm like, oh, when I originally heard they'd be added, and then they were added to the JP server, I originally did not understand the point of trace notes. I know that trace notes exist in like other rhythm games too, but I don't play too many other rhythm games. So there's one I played called Chunidum, I believe. That's an arcade title only. That's pretty cool. What I liked about Chunidum is, if you don't know Chunidum, the arcade cabinet can actually it has sensors to determine if your hand is raised. So when they have sky notes in that game, you actually like put your hand in the sky. It's so cool. That's actually, I would say that is probably my favorite arcade rhythm game. Because, I don't know, that just gimmick is so cool to me. I love it. It's so fun. But what was I saying again? I completely got sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, trace notes. I didn't originally understand what the point of adding them would be, because I was like, wait, isn't that super easy? You just hold it, you don't need to time it with the rhythm. But I think it's just to add more flair to like the charts. It definitely makes them cooler. Because, I mean, obviously, trace notes can be incredibly fast as compared to just tapping. I think it's just a cool factor. I mean, I don't think it can make it harder unless someone's like, actually, in this specific chart, trace notes actually increase the difficulty. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'm sure there could be. But yeah, trace notes are pretty cool just for, like, I guess, adding flair to the chart. Also, this chart is a bit on the harder end, but yeah, I have experience with it, so I guess I kind of cheated here because I've already played it before. I played it both on the JP and Ian server, so I do have a bit of experience with this chart, so I guess I didn't play it completely blind. But again, I wanted to have fun too, so I played this because I thought it was cool. This chart definitely does have some difficult rhythms. There are some very unusual rhythms in this one. Oh yeah, when it's like the spam trill, whatever, those spammy ones that are in the same column. Those definitely mess with my head, just because I don't know why my brain lags. Like, I just don't understand what I'm supposed to do there. And then I hope and pray for the best. Oh, and the hardest part is just about to come. This freaking part, man. I still don't, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I don't know how I do it when I do, and I don't know what I did wrong when I failed it. It's such a weird rhythm, and I don't understand what I'm looking at. Oh yeah, also they had the gimmick. I forgot about that again. That's pretty cool too. Again, it just adds so much flair to the chart. At least it didn't make me mess up, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, obviously I'm not as perfect as I was before in terms of like the timing of the notes, because I mean, you guys saw I was getting all perfects before. Like, I was practicing for getting all perfects on as many charts as possible, so that ability has gone down a bit. But I mean, in general, if we're just talking like full combos, because I mean, I feel like most people generally only care about full combos, I didn't do too bad. That was actually pretty decent. But yeah, overall, my skill, actually, like, I didn't lose too much skill. Like, I still did pretty good. Obviously, I have gotten worse in the sense that I can't all perfect anymore, but like, I can still read the charts pretty well. I'm sure with some practice I could be back to where I was before, but yeah. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.